Hey everyone, I'm Zach and welcome back to Workshop Edits. I hope all of you are staying safe during these very strange times. Now, if you are anything like me, you are currently struggling to find a consistent way to do upper body workouts because, probably like me, your gym is closed for an indefinite period of time. So what I want to do is spend a few minutes and show you how to build a pull-up bar that can hang anywhere in your house, cost you under $30, take you only about 10 minutes to build, and requires only one tool. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so these are all of the pieces that you're gonna need for the build. I got my pieces at Lowe's, but you can obviously get them at Home Depot or a local home center in your area. They're very readily available things that you can buy in the plumbing department, so you shouldn't have any trouble getting them. So what I have here is a 3/4 inch black iron pipe. It's 3 feet long. I have 2 wall-mounted flanges, 2 2-inch long nipple pieces, and 2 elbows. All of this will assemble together to make the pull-up bar. And then I have 8 screws that will help mount it to whatever beam you're gonna mount it to. So let's go ahead and assemble this and then we'll get it mounted and we'll test it out. All right, so I'm gonna remove these orange caps from the pipe. I'm going to screw in these nipple pieces for about as tight as I can tighten them with my hands. They're pretty sharp, so be careful if you over twist and squeeze. So actually one small thing that I want to point out is I'm using a 3/4 inch bar because I find that to be the most comfortable width to do pull-ups on. You can obviously use a 1-inch bar if you have slightly bigger hands or you find that more comfortable. My Lowe's didn't actually have all of these pieces in 3/4 inch, so what I did was buy the 3/4 inch pipe and then everything else is 1 inch, and these elbows actually convert from 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch, so it's all gonna come together really nicely. So I'm gonna go ahead, attach the elbow. Again, just hand tightening these basically as tight as I can. Then I'm going to attach each of these to each end of these threaded pieces. Again, I'm just tightening these as tight as I can do it with my own hands. They don't need to be any tighter. All right, cool. So this is the full pull-up bar assembled. You can see we got the long piece, which is going to be our pull-up bar, and then 2 places to mount it to the wall. And again, everything is just tightened by hand. You really don't need to go any tighter than that. Now we're going to take these screws and we're going to mount it up to this beam. All right, cool. So we are up here in my storage space. I think it's about 105 degrees up here, so I apologize if I start sweating. These 2x4s span the entire length of my garage. They are supported for an entire storage system over here, and they are mounted up to the joist in my roof. So I think it's gonna be plenty strong. Just make sure wherever you're mounting this bar that it's either into studs or it's in a place where everything is really supported so that you don't end up pulling your entire roof down with it. Like I said, this project only requires one tool. I'm using an impact driver, but you could obviously get away with using a drill if you have that. I'm just gonna mount this bar exactly where I want it. So I have a couple of cords up here, so I'm just going to avoid those. It is hot up here. Now obviously this doesn't have to be perfectly level. If you want, you can use a level and get it straight. I'm not too worried about it, so I'm just going to move over to the other side here. This seems good to me. Cool, now I got it mounted on both sides. I'm just gonna drive in the remaining 6 screws, 3 on each side. Sweaty and rock solid. Time to test it out. I think it works. All right, so I am officially sweaty and exhausted. I hope you found this video informational and I hope you found it inspiring. I really didn't see a video out there that distilled building only a pull-up bar down to its simplest form and its components and its costs, so I wanted to just put this out there. I hope you guys are staying safe during these weird times and you're continuing to find ways to be creative in your maker spaces as well as stay healthy and stay fit. And until next time, I'll see you guys on Workshop Edits. Bye.